My name is Rudolph Andrew Landry. I am a World War II, Korea, and Vietnam veteran. I enlisted in the United States Army in April of 1946. I took basic training, and while waiting for technical school, the Army has a ADTF, and I made the first level. And so I had the choice of just about anything. And I chose to go to the control tower school. It was 3 months in Scottsfield, Illinois. I went to, briefly, Langley Field in Virginia for an assignment. And that assignment was at Tokyo, Japan. And it was about 20 miles from the downtown Tokyo, where the Emperor's Palace was. When we first went there, they were still fixing the place called Tachikawa, and that's where the base was that I was assigned to. And they didn't have any barracks for us, so we stayed in the hotel in Tokyo and traveled by road to work and back. What a control tower is for is to tell the airplane when they can go and when they can land, where they land, and all the instructions. They cannot move on our tarmac unless they're cleared by the control tower operator. He controls the airfield. It was something that was really good for me because I like a test. I like to have something that says, you can't do it, I like to do it. There is no way to learn how to do it until you do it. And it takes about 4 years to take somebody who's just starting until he is turned loose on his own. And our motto was first in and last out. AACS, Airways and Air Communications Service. And it was a detachment to a regular 5th Air Force. I've seen airplanes try to land and crash, and I've seen people die. There was one, and this happened in Japan, a C-46, which was a 2-engine transport, had 24 people on board. On my watch, it took off, flew about 5 miles away, engine caught on fire. I gave them instructions on getting back to the base, and they turned around and tried, but the engine burned the wing through the wing, and they crashed. The airplane crashed just short of the runway and killed all 24 people. You immediately call the crash crew, and they go out and do what they can. That's our job, to notify them and tell them where to go. I was young, and I was part of my job. I was able to save 5 airplanes at different places, and what people do a lot, quite a bit, more than you would think. When an airplane lands, air traffic controller will look at, the control tower operator particularly, will look at the airplane when he's landing, making sure that he's got his wheels down. And I was able to have him go around and take another chance with their gear down. And I was credited, you have to have people seeing it, of keeping an airplane from landing with their gear up, and 5 different times. I was single. When you're single, you bounce around pretty good, which happened to me. More than about 20 years, 20 total, more than half was overseas in different places. There are some places that are pretty good, people like it. We're the best. We do a lot of bad things. We have a better system of government. Some stupid things are done, but I've never seen anybody match what we have. I went to language school in Washington, D.C. for 9 months, and I went from there to Torrejon de la Rudolph, and it's just outside of Madrid. and I was the chief operator there, chief control tower operator. I was senior master sergeant, it's an E8 rating. My last 2 years after Spain, I was assigned to a special action group out of Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma. I did special operations for 2 years. Part of the reason was because of my skill. But I also speak French and then language skill, and that's why I got assigned there. And because of my rank, I was also chief of one of the groups. And from there, it was 10 years of reserve service. Before I left, you could do things, you could take tests and stuff. And I had passed the test for the civil service, and I chose postal service. And when I got to Waterville, which is my hometown, I was waiting for my call to work in the postal service. I happened to go to the superintendent's school's office and see what I might do about a sub job. But he said, well, what do you do? I said, well, I can do a couple of languages for you. And he says, you speak Spanish? And I told him, I have, yes, extensive training and 4 years of using it every day with the military in Spain. He said, you're hired. So I did that for a couple of years. To teach school during the day, and from 10 to 6 at night, I did sorting mail. I was offered a daytime job as a letter carrier, and I thought that was a good deal, so I quit my sub job and stuck to it. And I did that for 29 years. I'm married twice. I've been married now for 41 years. It'll be 42 on 12th of February. And I have no intention of breaking up there. We're very happy with each other. I think that everyone who is equally able should serve with the military for a year. If not that, something similar. Teach you how to make decisions. Best thing you can do, spend at least a year